Hey folks, I am currently setting some things up as we speak. There we go, all set. So folks, we are back in the endless hallway because I finished something. So yeah, I will get down to the end of the hallway. Because it is not what is in the hallway, but what is at the end that is the surprise. So I'll get out of the hallway ahead of time now that the stream is officially started. Hey Rebecca, welcome to the stream. Oh, well that's a problem. I know how to fix it. Hey Spring Jelly, welcome to the stream. Let's see if we can fix a slight issue I'm having here. Let's see, time, set, that was space, set, day. Alright, there we go. That's what I needed to do. Basically it's a cheat in the game, because I'm on creative, where you can set the time of day or night, so it can be day or night. And part of this, what I was building, is let's see, it's time sensitive. You can't leave this area once it's nighttime. So yeah, it's this was that town that I told you guys I was gonna be walling off. I during my free time here and there after I was working on the SMRs for the week, I decided, well, I'm going to build this huge wall and stuff, and so all of this, I'll give you guys watching right now a quick show of what is going on here for parts of it. All right, so we'll go to night. Okay, that it would help if I actually typed it, I guess. All right, so now it's nicely lit. Looks kind of like as best as a closed-in place can be, like daytime. And then pretty soon here, though, those will all shut off because they're only set up to turn on during daytime. Which, if you look in the distance, you can kind of see it here. I'll make it a bit easier to see some of the things in the distance. There is a fake sun over there. Yep, there they go. Welcome to nighttime here in this town. Which I will show you guys in a little bit here after I kind of show you guys around a little bit. So this is Sunshine Valley. Like I joked last stream, I decided on it. Yes, it is going to be called Sunshine Valley. So here are the rules of Sunshine Valley. Smile always. This is a happy town. All citizens must be in bed by nightfall. And then, let's see here. No, it is not a happy town. Let's see. Do not interrupt the workers, which I'll kind of explain what that is. Welcome all outsiders. New blood is good blood. Now that doesn't sound creepy at all. And this was more just a joke one, which is do not throw rocks at sky, moon, or sun. Because I had to use glass blocks. And yes, it's a very sad town in a way. So So let's explore the town with the lights, or the sun on, I suppose, is how to put it. But, oh, I'll also show you guys. So behind me, this is the exit. There's one problem, though. There's blocks blocking your way. Now, these will only appear during the night. So, as soon as the sun goes down... And yeah, if I randomly pause my game, I'm calibrating the thing for this avatar here. But yeah, so... Let's go to day. It opens up. And you're free to leave the town again. Exactly. I actually thought of when I finally got the light system to work, all that ran through my head was the lights on, lights on. As soon as they all went out at once, because it was kind of freaky looking, as you saw. It's just like, they all click off at once. It's really dramatic and kind of crazy, especially because I had to put all those down myself. So quite a bit of work. But yeah, so let's have a quick little tour of, and yeah, always follow the rules is the last rule. But let's have a quick tour of Sunshine Valley. You have the beachfront with the moon. And all the houses are now redone. So they're all done in these colorful block materials and stuff, so they feel a bit more colorful. But yeah, that will click on only during the night, the moon. And so at night, the moon clicks on. I can actually give you guys a quick display of that. Why not? There we go. So, and yeah, those will click off eventually, but that's the first thing to click on is the moon. And so the moon and then the sun clicks off eventually too. So you'll have like, you know, no more sun, just the moon. And yeah, building those, that was another thing that made me think of it too, I won't lie, was the, building the sun and moon hanging up there, which, not sure if you guys can see it too well. I know with this, yeah, okay. There are chains holding them up, and they're made of glass is why. So I was like, well, you don't want people throwing them at these, like, glass light fixtures, rocks at the sky and stuff, breaking a bulb. Oh, God, to go up there in real life would just be insane. But so yeah, this is, I redid some of the buildings a little bit, as I also said, so added like kind of a clock tower vibe to this one. And there is a clock in every house. So everybody can keep track of, you know, when it's nightfall in this town. And these are what I have dubbed the workers, because the texture just makes them, the golems in the game, look like they're weird robots. So I decided to dub them the workers, and they just kind of protect the town and watch over it. And so yeah, there's a lot of stuff, but there are some surprises to this town too. Because I did add some more stuff, and I did also add some stuff back at the lab location. But first, I had to remove a house in this location, which I'll show you guys why. But I had to remove a house right there, and so I kind of had to redo it so it looks normal ground. Yeah, they look kind of like endos, yeah. I agree. And wow, indeed, Spring, I agree. Okay, so I'm not the only one who just realized. That's cool. That's cool, Spring Jelly, that I'm not the only one who just realized. I'm happy to see that. Alright, so, this is basically what I hid under here, is there's a whole other area. So, in this little garden area, there's that, and, you know, you remove that, and then you can slip underneath, and it's kind of hidden. But there's something special about this, because there's all these, yeah, like you saw. But then there's this. Water supply status, clean. Camera feed status, error. Sunshine Valley status, stable. It's all being run by something under here or someone. Speaking of, shh, I'm that someone technically right now. But story for the map, no. Not me. This way to the egress. Old joke. Old joke is old. Alright, so. Then you come down to here. Which is another zone. And yes, these are intended to look kind of like... Yeah, they're intended to look like something kind of dark. I'm not... Yeah, anyways. Let's see. So you have this. It's this nice little castle. Patchworked. It's got a fake moat and everything. And then down here you've got all these TVs and like a computer system that's reading as an error, like somebody should be here. Yeah, it's hella sus. I agree. I agree, Spring Jelly. It is hella sus. Let's see. And then there's also another surprise, too, though. Because I love hiding them in vents. So let's do something sus, actually. Cue the Among Us sound. Because I just vented, and I even built it. Bent it? That's a live blooper again. I even built it, so it looked like a vent. Yes, I am the imposter. Might be sus. Alright, so I built another brain because of the container size. It's not the same shape or anything, but it looks cool. And yeah, checkerboarding, again, I love chessboard. Type of checkerboarding. And then you flick that, and then there's this, which there's going to be more. I'm not done yet, but so you guys can get a better view. Biointelligence reconnaissance or recon drone, so bird. And these I was just like, I want to add some animals to that town because of the weird texture pack. This gives some of the animals, weird textures. And I noticed, I was like, I'll just build fake test versions of them. Well, fake, but just use them as a way to test out how they'd look. And I saw these. And that's why, is because I saw them, and I was like, but wait, I want this town to feel really creepy, like, someone's watching this place, or there's, cameras. And so, yeah, when I tested it and saw that these are how the parrots in the game look texture-wise, yeah, I had to, because they look like weird flying cameras. And so I didn't put too many, but in that town that we were just in, you will occasionally see these things flying around town, or they will actually be landing near villagers and just watching them. Right? Like, there's the villager being like, oh no. And yeah, I call it Prototype 15. It's just one of the skeleton horses from the game. I want to see how it looked with the texture pack, and it actually looks pretty cool. And this is just a weird, I tried to do like a thing in a contain, like in a, test tubey vibe here. But this is the area that is not finished yet, because there's still more, which is not done. This is just completely not done, but this is going to be like only a one-way trip type of thing going. Alright, let's see. Then I did finish, because I also told you guys I would finish the brain in the jar, room for the laboratory. So I'll show you folks that, because that is done now. And it turned out pretty cool. It's got some weird extras to the room that I added for fun. Yeah, let's leave the weird, creepy, play place castle room. And then we can leave Sunshine Valley. Although I'll try to, and yeah, it's understandable to be uncomfortable. Sunshine Valley, I tried to make an uncomfortable place. Some friends have told me if I ever learned how to make games, I should try and make horror games, because I've had some bizarre ideas for horror games over time. Gosh darn Enderman. Okay, so quick story. While I was doing all of this, Enderman were randomly popping up because there's no dirt for them to steal. For some reason, they decided to take pity on me, I guess, and were like, this poor, poor village, it has no dirt. I want to leave it a dirt block. And I've just found random dirt blocks. They don't take them, they just leave them. So I just find random dirt blocks here and there. Like, they're just like, oh, this poor village. But yeah, so, this is Sunshine Valley. And all of its weirdness. It is, yeah. Yeah, at least somebody feels pity for this poor town. Like, yeah, I feel bad for walling them in, but they are safe from everything. I haven't seen any enemy, like, spawn in the area. The Endermen are the only things that come through here anymore. Where are those parrots, though? I know there are some. They tend to just, like, fly around and watch the villagers, as I said, though, so I don't know where they are. But there are the occasional ones here and there. They're just kind of probably hiding around. But yeah, I just realized I should get the heck out of here before, yeah, hella sus. But yeah, I should get the heck out of here before it's... Oh, oop, okay. Yeah, cheat again. There we go. I say, yeah, can't leave the town until I do that. Alright. Now we burst our way through there, and then we'll replace that so the hallway can be sealed off, because I have seen some enemy types from the game hanging out on the roof areas. I still haven't checked the roof of the town in a while, but there have been, like, the occasional enemies spawn up here, because it's just such a big flat surface. They're just like, this'll work. Yes, Rebecca, indeed. I believe I can fly. Oh. Yay. Oh. Alright, now back to the laboratory. Oh, and I also have news that I'll show you guys through the portal laboratory, because I have news related to Tibbs. Little Tibbs. When I came back to this save, he had grown up and had a child of his own. They grow up so fast. Alright, so, I have added... Yeah, first, okay, yeah, that's where I need to go. Brain for a second. Yeah, Tibbs, the little NPC, like, there was a child. I came back to the area and suddenly there was another one of them, but there was still the child, so I was like, wait, Tibbs had a baby. He had a child. So yeah, Tibbs officially has a child. But so, okay, welcome to the brain tank that you guys saw me build just by itself. So before it was just this, but now, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the food down in the Nether. It's just real healthy. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but maybe, or there's something weird in the food in the Nether. But yeah, so this is I tried to make weird head in a jar computers, 2 of them. Visually. Which just sounds weird in and of itself, but I felt in the mood for it. But yeah, so, you've got that, and then you've got, this is the, like, main computer that's supposed to be hooked up to the brain, because you've got the wires going to the bottom of it, and, like, kind of electrical stuff coming out through to that. There must be something in the water. Yeah, Rebecca, I agree. There must be something in it. And then here's the other computer, though. The other head in a jar computer. Just much more evil looking. I wanted one that looked kind of like it could be at least semi-good, and then one that looked like it's just this evil. This thing is evil. It's a good point. How many computers does one need? Probably a lot for a weird big laboratory like this. True. Spring Jelly, I agree. Like, how many do they need? And then this. Okay, so, as I said, I have a weird imagination with this stuff. This is supposed to be for, like, filtering the water, I think I explained. So, yeah, I have, like, a little vent. So it can filter the water. And this is, like, life support fluid for the brain. But, yeah, so I finished this massive undertaking. Added all the decorative metal bits, the, floor decorations and such. But then I decided I'm not done. As I said, I want more laboratory areas in this. More labs. Never enough. So, we have the portal labs I've shown you guys, but then we have new laboratory areas, which this is like just a sign I put as a temporary that'll be removed later once I'm more finished, because there is going to be a lot of it. So you have the, come on. All right, I need to move there. There we go. So you're supposed to just go through that area quick. So this area, I think I showed you guys I was building that last time, but now there's more to it. There's actual laboratory areas. So, this is, yeah, it's, prepare for sus or just kind of messed up, depending on how you want to see it. But I was like, well, they're kind of evil laboratory people going here vibe is what I'm wanting. So you've got this like laser grid there kind of set up, gate. And then you've got one of the villagers, but they're just stuck in here, and because there's nothing for them to do, their programming just dictates that they stare out a window. So it just turned out being even sadder because you can view that window from a couple different areas. Oh, don't mind what looks to be a weird operating setup, by the way, too. And the furnace and stuff. This ain't good. But there's gonna be more lab space. I'm not done yet. Hey, Emily. Hey, good night. But yeah, so this is gonna continue on here. So there's, some more there. I forget if I... Yeah, that's all I added to there so far. Yes. Huh? I wash my clothes. Exactly, Spring Jelly. What? What's you there? What? Are we talking these ones? Are we talking the clothes that I'm wearing in is this guy? Or are we talking about real life? Real life, I wash them. Yes. Well, it's a painter smock. It's smock. It's meant to be dirty. It's meant to be filthy. It's old. It's an old painter smock. But yeah, so there's gonna be a lot more going on with Sunshine Valley in the end. But yeah, so I thought I'd... Yes, like me. It is old like me, Spring Jelly. Exactly. Oh. Oh, but so, okay, that castle. Now I'll explain. That castle is why I needed to, like, remove a house that was here. So actually underneath this is that castle structure and its walls and such. Yeah, to make the sky and stuff, I couldn't do that. So yeah, there's that. And yeah, it is hella sus. It's a weird structure, especially for that touch. I did like the fact that I didn't look backwards when I showed you guys this. I kind of avoided looking at it. But if you look, basically looks a lot like Minecraft blocks normally do. Just stitched together. And yeah, even the ground here and the trees are fake. But yeah, there's gonna be more to that place. I wonder if I can find those birds, though. I'm curious. We're going on a mission. They do, and it is weird. And even the castle, if you look carefully, the castle isn't stone, it's sewn together. Vibe going. The whole dang thing. It took a lot of time to kind of chisel this all out and make this. But as I explained a couple of streams ago, I think, I have a bad habit of being like, let's give myself a really massive project. Not just, like once I get the place carved out, it's easy. But it's like, it's usually just, yeah, pillow forts, exactly. Okay, cool. Because that's kind of what I was going, like pillow fort, kind of soft, plushy kind of vibe to it. And yeah, I was listening to the Decemberists' little boxes when building this place. And yeah, I feel very proud of it because it was just the fact of all of this used to be ground that I then needed to like chisel away, as I think I explained last stream. And so it was just chisel, lay a block down, chisel, lay a block down in place of it again. And yeah, lots of time spent here and there on my like free evenings or like even sometimes early in the morning doing it. Oh, dang it. It's night now. Oops. Oh well. And yeah, I used to make pillow forts when I was younger. Definitely. Like, I love pillow forts. Hey, Shadow Gamer, welcome to the stream. But yeah, I am currently on the hunt for robotic birds. Suppose I need to replenish the robotic bird supply in here. Otherwise, the town is not being observed. Which is weird saying that. Yeah. Oh, well, I have the spawn eggs, so we'll just, yeah, we'll have some plop throughout the town again. Go, be free, my little tripodal. I don't know. I know it's like different terms, but more just a joke on the fact that they look like cameras here. Tripodal friends, go. Watch over the town. Oh, I am not sure yet if I'm gonna do Undertale, but I definitely want to do some Undertale stuff, yeah. Seam, I would need to do like some more kind of looking at the character and stuff. For ones I've been wanting to do for, Undertale type of stuff or Doratale, is let's see. Swatch. I forget the other character's name, but then Spamton is another. So yeah, I've had some ideas for some Undertale and stuff. But yeah, I may try and do those type of things in the end, yeah. Okay, Papyrus would actually be a pretty fun one to do as well, yeah. Even if it was just a joke one, I don't know, I kind of like doing some joke ones. Oh, it's a game, Spring Jelly. But yeah, I find those kind of game characters interesting to do the voices for because it's like so I don't know, they kind of have voices in the game, but it's more like when you read a comic book that doesn't have a cartoon of it or something, so there's no voices. You kind of just are like, okay, this character looks big. So, you know, give him a big, tough voice. Or,
This character looks really small, so and cute, so you give him like the really small, cute type of voice.
but then it's like, you know, it's kind of up to the viewers. That's what I find interesting about it too. Is like it's very tough, but in a fun way to do those because then it's like what people see as the voice of that character. And that's why, yeah, I would be interested in doing those for sure. Now back to daytime. No, stay in the town, bird. Oh yeah, I will be doing some more Huggy Wuggy and those types of ASMRs because I have a lot of fun doing Bunzo and stuff, and those ones. And yeah, PJ, he is definitely fun to do, but it feels a little weird doing it because it's like basically just like at least for me, I just kind of need to let my lips like flap. It's kind of like going, but constantly. uh, I just made a fool of myself on mic and I don't care. My opinion on Bunzo is I really am a big fan of him, and I have to say that like doing his voice and the kind of crazy, chaotic, is fun. Oh, that laugh. I I sometimes depending on what I like the laugh the that's kind of it's just like I don't know motorboating or like just doing a raspberry. I forget what the term is, but it's basically you just like make a weird sound. Your lips, and that's the closest thing I can do for an example of like what I'm doing when I do PJ Pugapillar's voice. Is that? And yeah, it's weird. I agree, Spring Jelly. Wow. There is a weird thing. And yeah, PJ, I tried to make it when I did the voice for PJ like as similar as I could to the other from the actual from the game. I try to copy him pretty well if I can, but it's like I kind of want to add like a more I don't know, less rough sound to it. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, I don't know, I tried to make a lot of the characters for the Huggy Wuggy series I don't know, I like the sympathetic monsters. So I was like, yeah, I'll make them more sympathetic and more nice seeming. Let's see if I can actually show you folks, because I know I mentioned horribly. You can see the cell from the window, so let's see if I can show you folks the cell. See, so that's, yeah, that's storage. I think that's the portal lab. Yeah, okay, so. Oh, the cell. Oh, there he is. See, he just kind of. Villager just kind of often, if he's not sleeping, he's just kind of standing there. Oh, poor fella. Yes, I do find Bunzo cute and snuggly too. Oh, Bunzo is a character from a game called Poppy's Playtime. Also, that's who Huggy Wuggy is. It's okay, no worries. Don't need to know every game, it's fine. And yeah, Rebecca, I did put more energy, because, like, also, I wouldn't say, like, in a bad way, more critical of my work, but I've kind of become a little more critical of my work in the sense that I'm like, well, you know, I need to, like, for characters that have a lot of energy, I need to really put that in there more. So I tried to get, like, some extra sleep for when I did Bunzo this time. Hey, welcome to the stream, Smith. Or, Linita. I am not good with names. Brain. My apologies. That's something I need to get better at for streams. Pronouncing usernames. Okay, Lily. Cool. Welcome to the stream then, Lily. Okay, cool. So I'm not the only one. Cool, Spring Jelly. That is awesome to know. But yeah, oh. Now, to the Portal Lab. Because I need to show you, I was mentioning to the people before that there is something to show from one of our prior streams, which is Tibbs and his child. Well, now he has a child. Yeah, exactly. I forgot to speak Jelly. Oopsie. Yes, Tibbs. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the sun one was awesome. Okay, if I went on a list of game characters I find hot, or show characters I find hot, uh, maybe when I do a 24-hour stream. But for just ones that are from newer games and things, let me see. There is, judge me if you will, I don't care. There is Bunzo Bunny. There is Huggy Wuggy. Let's think what others. Oh, I forget, but there's like some other things too that are out. Oh, what is it? What was the game? Yeah, okay, Bendy, like the demon one. From the old, yes, Springtrap, definitely. Although I more prefer, honestly, because of my headcanon for how Springtrap is, I more prefer Spring Bonnie over Springtrap. Because as you guys have seen in my ASMRs, they're kind of one and the same. Which just makes for something weird, but yeah. So yeah, I have a lot. I have a lot of different ones. Oh, I would say like the Nightmare Bendy. Yeah. And then from like the old Bendy and the Ink Machine chapters, Sammy Lawrence. I don't know why, but that like I have a thing for voices sometimes, like some kind of character voices will make me be like, "Oh, oh my." And I don't know why, but like just the like soft tone of his voice, I still have a concept that I'm rattling around in my head of a Sammy Lawrence ASMR because I think that would be creepy, and the fact that he talks so softly is just it works too well. Yeah, sorry if occasionally my avatar is biting air. I'm drinking some tea. All right, so this is Tibbs, and see, look. Uh, I don't really do requests, but I'm definitely down to do like some collaborations with other people in the end on YouTube. I've been looking to kind of maybe do that at some point. And yeah, I definitely could. I'm definitely like I want to branch out to some other games as well. But yeah, I'm so happy. Tibbs had a baby. Hello, Tibbs Jr. And yeah, I was drinking air. Exactly, spring jelly. Very appropriate way to put it. Oh, I could definitely do that. Let me see. You know, I ate a door once. uh, 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 oh, refresh my memory. Are those from, is Meta Knight from, Undertale? Yeah? It tasted kind of like cherries, the door, because it was painted red. Uh, uh, I still love. Hey there, welcome, Dread. But yeah, I still love. Speaking of like Huggy Wuggy and job stuff, I still love doing Lathe Pierre because that was fun. Oh no, it's just the fact of playing a really unhinged character sometimes. When like the office door is closed, Lathe be crazy. But yeah, I will switch back because this is something that's for a little later. Some of the questions. Sorry, give me a sec, folks. And in my joke mind, all I was thinking for the days to read was just, it's just like I don't know. I have a weird like thought process for some of the characters, and I'm like, depending on it, I think Huggy just the door would taste like cherries and stuff. Damn, or just you'd associate it with color and flavor. Like cherries are red. Chomp. Tastes like cherries. Alright, so let's go back to the original treehouse build. Because that's something. Yeah. Drags. Oh, that meme. But don't do drugs. Oh, wait. Wrong direction, me. There we go. Oh, that's the Bioshock zone. Again, wrong direction. And yeah, the Sakura flowers. Yeah, here in Oregon, they actually have a, like, place that has a garden with some of them in them. That's, like, a place you can go. Yeah, feel free to, if you want, Lily. This is a chill chat, so no worries. Oh, Oregon. Portland, Oregon. Okay, Shadow Gamer. Have a good evening or afternoon or morning, whatever time it may be. And yeah, it is pretty cold here in Oregon during the, like, off seasons. That is random. I've been, like, in real life back when I had, like, my hair shorter. Somebody told me I looked like Joker one time, which was kind of weird. I ended up, like, years later cosplaying Joker, and lots of people said I did a good Joker, so that was even funnier. People's brains sometimes just, like, associate a small feature with somebody, so it could just be something small and you never know. Yeah, let's see. So there's not much else I've been doing aside from just, building that massive town. So there's not much that's been happening in Minecraft aside from that. But it's up to you folks if you want me to continue on this map in the zoo. if you guys want me to keep working on that underground town, or that, like, town that's closed up. But I could work on the zoo. You know, anybody who hasn't, you know, what they would like me to do, they can say it in chat if they want. If not, I'm thinking I may keep working on that town because I do want to use that for a video. So I've kind of been, you know, secretly working on it on the side. Okay, that is pretty awesome. I'm always, like, mind-boggled by people who do stuff like that. It is such a feat. Ooh, a BioShock Infinite themed town. I've seen one like that before. Ooh. That'd take a while. I'd probably need to, like, I'd probably start on a fresh map. And I know you can have it be, like, different types of biomes, I believe. So I'd probably have it be, like, a super flat or something. For that, so there's just nothing in the way. It's just pure, you know, emptiness. A building area in general. But I could do that, yeah. Funny that you mentioned that, Dread, because I actually am a big BioShock fan. Like, at one point, me and one of my friends, sadly, like, they weren't able to, because I think one of their family members was ill at the time, but, we were friends, and we were often mistaken for twins, or, like, brother and sister. And so eventually, at one point, one of our friends is like, with how many times this has happened, you're basically the Lutece twins from BioShock Infinite. Oh, I can definitely do Moon's voice, and Sun's. Moon, it'll mess my throat up a little bit, but I'll at least do a little bit of it. I'm willing to do that. Sun's is way easier, though, because basically all I do for Sun is I just think of just basically just tons of energy so that it ends up sounding like this. And so this is what Sun's voice sounds like without the voice filters or sound effects. He just sounds like he is so excited. And that's his normal sounding voice. But then when I go worried, it gets a little bit more like this. So, you know. And then let me take a drink of tea for Moon so I can prep my throat here. Naughty child. Takes a little warming up for that one, but that's the best I can do for that one. Ooh, baby carrots. Oh, those are yummy. See, the one terrible part about, like, working on a lot of FNAF ASMRs, more joking here, the cravings for pizza be so hard. Like, I'm just like, okay, you know, like, imagining the scene before I do all the audio for it.
And oh yeah, the Monty Gator is still my favorite.
And yeah, Sun, I tried to put just a constant freak out vibe to it, because I was like, basically I had Sun as, like, after the incident for my storyline of it. It's like he just He's like constantly on edge and it's all on him, whereas before it's like at least you had Moon there before the bad like incident happened to kind of, take some of the load off of Sun of taking care of the kids. But now it's just Sun. Sun's got all this intense, kids to deal with. He's not programmed or fully made to understand how to like get kids to take a nap. So he's just like, what do I do? Sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, I tried to make him like a very sympathetic character despite being so cheerful all the time. It's kind of that weird vibe. Aw, thank you. And I'm happy that they could help you. And yeah, what a nightmare indeed. That is like, that was. And yeah, everybody has their dark side, true, Jelly. And that's kind of, I don't know, I try to think of that for some of the characters too. Yeah, I wanna hug like Sun and just tell him it's all gonna be okay for my version. He's one of those like characters. I have a couple characters. Sun, I have a feeling that he's probably used to like characters or people yelling at him because I have to just imagine like that I don't know, it's just like he deals with unhappy parents sometimes is what I imagine. There's always I've known people who worked in daycares and there's always one parent who if their kid gets sent home who did something nasty to another kid, you're going to run into eventually one parent who's like my kid was completely okay, whereas it's like no, look, if you look on the daycare cameras, they literally hit this other kid and they'll still say, "Oh no, they didn't." So I was like, yeah, he's used to it. Right, now back into Sunshine Valley. I regret this. Right, let's see. Hopefully. Oh, wait, I forgot. I actually gave my guy a clock so I could keep track when I was in there. Yep, okay. And that's the other reason I did it this way, folks. Because from the outside, even when you look with this, it's a dead end. Oh well. No town here. Wait, there's an actual Sunshine Valley? Oh wow. Well, I hope I don't get in legal trouble or something. With Sunshine Valley's local government. Please don't sue me, Sunshine Valley. For making an evil town named after yours. Come on, open door. Let's see, noon. Let's see what that. Oh well. We're gonna have to take a shortcut in, I guess. Uh. Shush phone. Well, I hope the citizens don't mind me doing this. Not like they have much say. I'm pretty much the, like, ruler of this little country. In fact, complete joke here, folks, but let's be a little evil here. Where is it? I know there's a crown somewhere in this program that my character can wear. Yes. And yeah, true, why would they care? I may play Silent Hill. I don't know yet. For horror games, the first horror game I'd love to play on this channel is BioShock, because BioShock 1 was like my introduction to horror games when I was probably younger than I should have been to be playing BioShock. So, yeah, there's that. I won't lie, like, I was a bit younger than I should have been for playing BioShock. Like, I was the man behind the slaughter. Whoa, whoa. Anyways. Yes, I went there. Oh, I can't adjust the crown once I put it on. Fine, a tiara will do then. There we go. Now I've got a tiara. Oh no, we'll just go with the crown. Yeah. For mine, yeah, I kind of have them have, I have Sun kind of has a crush on Roxanne. Although I imagine them both being bisexual, both Sun and Moon. Just a weird headcanon there. Our pretty little princess.
Why, yes, I'm a pretty little princess. There, I said it.
Oh. Oh, yeah, I still, like, that's one part of the story that even writing it kind of made me sad. I won't lie. Some of the stuff that I write, like, I'm like, look, I know what's coming. But it still makes me a bit sad, some of the lines I've written. Because I try and really get into it, so, like, when, like, I sound, you know, kind of like I'm crying, I actually am pretty dang close to crying a lot of the time when working on those. Gotta put that effort in. Alright, back down underground. Huh. That is cool. I honestly need to read some of the books. I know, shocker. I haven't read any of the books. I apologize, folks, but I haven't read any of the books. But I could definitely see that, though. Okay, that is interesting that your brothers are like that. Ah, that feeling. You can borrow mine for a sibling, yeah. When I was younger, I used to know that feeling a good bit. Oh, camera birds. Yeah, it is very sketchy that there are camera birds. Now, wish me luck, folks, because technically we are underwater right here. In fact, I think I'll show you, folks. Oh, that's not what you were talking about? Yeah, we are completely underwater here. No, I do not, I don't think. I don't think I know, Ban Ban, of Ban Ban. I don't think I know of that. But yeah. Huh, I need to check some of that stuff out, honestly. Oh, wait. Yes. I've heard of Garden of Ban Ban. Yeah. I watched some Jacksepticeye and stuff here and there. So yeah, I've seen him play that, and then I forget who else, but another person, I think Markiplier, Brain right now. Ooh, nice. How is it? Cuz I know like I prefer a more personal opinion. A game played, that's interesting. I do watch gameplays occasionally, but a game like somebody actually who's played it, who you can talk to. I mean, technically it kind of has a Poppy's Playtime vibe, but personally, I wouldn't say it's a ripoff from what I had seen. I don't know, it's just, it's a big thing now. Basically, it's one of those things where a lot of game creators, in my opinion, they're becoming older, and like their childhoods are kind of being, I wouldn't say like warped or turned bad, but they're able to like kind of take this more childhood vibe and turn it into something creepy. And because it's so childish, it just sticks. And it kind of works. Because that's something that's a constant with people. You're always going to have, you know, memories. Okay. So it's one of those games. Because I've seen a couple games like that, and I've played a couple games like that. I'll need to find a clip of that character's voice, because that is interesting. I'm one of those people that, yeah, sometimes the voices of characters can be pretty attractive to me, too. So, yeah. Yeah, I also find it kind of interesting to, I don't know, as somebody who used to, you know, be like, oh, okay, that character's voice is attractive. I've actually had some comments from one or two people of my character, like, voices from my old ASMRs were attractive. Which I actually kind of like. It's kind of weird. It's like, oh, that's cool, actually, to be in the opposite side of that, but kind of weird in the sense that it's like, wow, you know, that's technically me, so it's interesting that people have those feelings, and I don't object to it, because I used to do that, so, yeah, now I just know how voice actors that I, like, if I ever met any, you know, of the voice actors who I was like, oh, this is pretty attractive voice for a character. Although one thing I've learned over the years, looking into voice actors, and like, that I used to like a lot when I started doing more voice acting. Don't always connect a certain image with the face 100% unless you've seen their face. Because, like, for instance, old cartoon I used to watch, Tailspin, they had a villain called Shere Khan. He had this smoky, not in the, like, you know, bad smoker sounding, just kind of deep bass baritone voice. And yeah, he was actually, when he recorded it, pretty old. So he was not like, I'm not saying that his age shouldn't make him attractive, but it's like, I don't know, just a little odd imagining like this youthful guy in a suit, and then it's like this old guy, yeah, wearing a suit and an ascot, but he's kind of just sitting there, you know, just relaxing in an armchair, I believe was the photo I found when searching for him. And yeah, feel free, Spring Jelly, to ask me any questions you like about games. Oh, that sounds familiar. I think I have heard of that game before. God Eater 3. I think I have heard of that before, yeah. Why do you ask, Spring Jelly? Ah! Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. No water, no water, no water, no water. Oops. Huh. There's actually, speaking of like games that I didn't know if people had heard of. And I have to say, like, one game that And yes, he would definitely, like, that's what I found funny, is he was basically, like, he felt more like a older human version of Shere Khan, because he did look, you know, for his more elderly age, pretty attractive. But then he's just kind of sitting in an armchair in a nice, like, yeah, kind of smoking jacket looking outfit, too, yeah. So he did have, like, a very human version. Oh, that was it. Yeah, Call Me Kevin, that's where I was. I was watching one of his videos, and I was like, what? Is this a game that I played? Because it was on one of those, like, loaded with different video games, little, like, consoles that people have just ported them onto, little control panel boards. And he randomly comes across this one that I had told people about when I was a kid, but everybody I mentioned I'd played it to, they were like, that's just made up. And it was Mandela Effect. Is what people told me, but I found out the game is legit. It was real. It was this weird game where, like, you're an astronaut, you crash on a ship, and your ship's computer chip is able to control things around. And so you need to have the chip, like, hop onto animals and stuff and take control of them. It's not, like, gory. It's a little kid's game. It almost looked kind of like really cheesy claymation kind of quality, but done with computers, so really just blocky shapes. I should look up that channel, yeah. Because I want to look up some more channel, like, more YouTubers, because I like doing some research on things, see, like, things and get ideas for my channel. Oh, Spring Jelly, you can feel free to ask. Again, I'm sorry if I miss people's questions. It's not that I'm ignoring you. I just have some bad ADHD sometimes, and I'm not joking. I do have ADHD, so if I ever seem kind of... Oh, what's that? That's why. So, you know, apologies if I miss an IM or some, a message on chat here. Yeah, what else was I going to say but yeah, for future ASMR stuff, I actually have some news. I know some people. Okay, Lily, I hope if you do sleep, that you sleep well, and, have a good evening. If you're just, hopping off of the stream. Okay. But yeah, what else was I gonna say yeah, that me and my brain again. Aw, thank you. And yeah, I will definitely be getting some rest. I'm not gonna be streaming for nearly as long as I have been of late. 'Cause I kinda wanna get some extra, just time to relax. 'Cause I do have, as I think it's mentioned, yeah. I'm not sure if it's mentioned in my Patreon little ad video that I have on my channel. But I do custom voice messages, so I will be doing a custom voice message. Yeah, sleep dependent on some people. I agree. I've had bad nights where it's like I don't want to sleep. Sleep is not good, even though it's good for my body. That's why I can't judge anybody who on this chat. I can say it's good for you, but I can't judge it because I've been there and I've pulled the I'm not gonna sleep thing. So yeah, but yeah, I will be doing some extra work this week, folks. So that's one bit of news related to the ASMRs because, as I was saying, custom voice messages are, if you're at a certain tier in the Patreon, you can get a custom voice message from a character that I can do the voice of. That I've done prior, basically. Because I have had trouble where people, like one person, told me, was what sound from the game? Which one? Because there are some weird sounds in this game, because of this texture pack, or resource pack, sorry, terms. But yeah. That, basically, I will be doing some recording this week for, a commission kind, and well, not a commission necessarily. It's basically like a benefit of Patreon that you can get a custom voice message from a character that I voice. So, for instance, say somebody wants like a custom voice message from Freddy, which I've done one of those before. Just where it was a simple comfort one where they kind of wanted, just a simple comfort one to boost their spirits. So did that. And then, so that's what I will be working on, as well as some other news related to my ASMR stuff. I know there are some people who have been wanting to see more of the Toy Maker series. So, once I get closer to done with the FNAF Pizzaplex series that I'm doing, which I'm not going to stop doing FNAF ASMRs after that, but, that storyline will be done. Oh, the Toy Box series Spring Jelly. is, or Toy Maker series, is something that's like my own characters. I used to do way more of like my own characters, just all original characters, and so that's what it is. Spring Jelly is. It's a ASMR series that I've done. So there's more than one, and it's got a story that continues on as you listen. So, you know, it keeps going. And, yeah, so that's what the Toy Maker series is. And that one I really liked. Weirdly enough, it was inspired by a Poppy's Playtime song. Not from the game, but a fan song by Stupendium called The Toy Box. And yeah, I've noticed your comments on it, Rebecca, and I adore that you like that. It's cool to know that there are people who do like the more independent, little smaller series I make. Because yeah, I really loved that series too, and that's why I want to continue it. I had just been kind of debating it for a long time, and finally I've decided, yeah, I want to continue it because I really had fun with it. And I already had the script for the next part written. So it's not like it would be a hassle to do it, as well as I had like some lines pre-recorded to test the voice effects on them. Yeah, the Toy Maker series, for any of you watching, if you're not into the more creepy environment stuff, maybe don't watch it, but it is definitely kind of got its humor and fun moments too, because I try to when I do horror ones, I do have some humor, even if it's dark humor. Because I'm big into humor. And why are you sad, Spring Jelly? Yeah, just like the Joker, exactly. That's why people, another reason, like, I ended up cosplaying the Joker, because lots of people told me I had a kind of similar sense of humor. I mean, minus the, like, being murderous about it. I just have a dark sense of humor. Like how most people in films or books, they're like, well, cross that bridge when we come to it. I used to say, just as my own version of it, we'll jump off that bridge when we come to it. Which is terrible and dark, but it just, I don't know, it kind of made it more unique and weird. Oh, it's chill, Spring Jelly, no worries. Everybody zones out once in a while. Some it's because of lack of sleep. Some it's just because... who knows? It just happens. Yeah, this is another build that will take a long time. Oh, do you need rest, Spring Jelly, or are you just kind of relaxed and zony? A bit of both. Yeah, that'll happen. That will happen. There we go. Wanted to switch back to the no crown version. Let me check the old phone here. Alright, cool. And to see what time it is, keep track of things. Because as I said, folks, I'm not going to be streaming for nearly as long. Oh. What do you call a cow with no legs? Oh, horrible joke. If I ever have a child who's born with no arms and no legs, I'll call him Matt. Ba-dum-tsh. There's your random dark joke of the day, folks. No worries. That happens. I don't know why it kicked you off, because I don't know, the stream, sometimes YouTube can be a bit wonky. I've been noticing watching back. There were some moments where it wasn't exactly laggy, but it was kind of a bit choppy. Which I apologize to people watching this afterwards. You know, it kind of has a choppy vibe occasionally. I'm not sure if it's just on my end either, because it totally could be on just my end. I'm sorry people are feeling a bit depressed, but I hope everybody feels better. It's clear like it's not showing anything? Oh, cool. That's awesome. I'm happy it works, because, yeah, I don't know if it's, like, just the programs I'm using or my computer, but the resolution on the stream when I look back is set to insane levels. I don't even know what to think. So if you want, you can watch it in, like, 180p or something. I don't know if anybody wants to watch my stream at that level, but feel free to watch it at the max res. I have no idea. I just checked, like, when I was watching it back just to see how I had done, you know, any mess ups or errors in stream, and it's at, like, a high level of resolution for my stream. So, yeah, if you want to burn your computer down trying to watch it in high res, feel free to watch this in high res and burn your computer. I do not take responsibility legally, and I am not endorsing you doing that, folks. Please, dear God, don't fry your computers for the sake of high res streaming Painter Cat. Okay, I'm good. I don't have to worry. Okay, so you don't have it on you have it on your phone or something then, yeah. I know tons of folks who stream stuff from their phone and watch stuff on their phone. Dude, what was burned down? Oh, your phone. Nice. I hope it didn't burn down your phone. Your phone's okay, and that's not what you're talking about. Unless it was so old that you just didn't use it anymore and it was not functioning, because then I suppose it's fine if it burnt down. At least it's not like my phones. When I was younger, I had a bad habit of hucking my phone when I was mad. And I just one time hucked my phone. Bounced off a fridge. Hit my old roommate in the back of the head. We were both having an argument before that, but it was kind of hilarious because I didn't intend to hit him with the phone. So just the fact that the phone randomly whacked him in the back of the head. We actually ended up laughing over that and kind of just ending our argument over the fact of how miraculous it was that somehow it had made like this Ricochet cartoon style. Ooh, nice. New phone. Always good to have a new phone. But yeah, let's see, what other stuff yeah, that's one thing I can mention as well, folks, is that, I will be probably doing, like, Undertale and Duratale and stuff like that, some more games in the end once I'm more, like, close, as I said, to done with the storyline that I'm working on now for FNAF. Because I really want to get it done, because I'm really excited for how it's going, because I kind of like my I don't know if they do it in the books or explain it in the books, because as I explained, I have not read them. Apologies to fans if they get mad about that. I'm sorry. I just don't have too much free time to read a novel. I wish I did, but I need to make time for it, honestly, I feel. But so yeah, I have a theory on how the Pizzaplex, you know, became as bad as it was. So, yeah. And thank you. It's just, I don't know. I always worry about stuff. I'm very, I don't know, addicted to stress. It ain't healthy for me, but I'm addicted. But, yeah, so I will be working on that stuff later, but I'm definitely big on the idea of like a fan fiction take on. And yeah, that's a good way to put it, Rebecca, is a fan fiction. Because yeah, it's a fan fiction take on like how I think it went down. And I think, I mean, it won't give away plot to say this because it's like I've kind of stated it already. But let's see, yeah, that there are more people involved in taking over the Pizzaplex, is how I felt it should go. Because I was like, well, it's a massive place. Yeah, they mention all the employees got out in time, but wouldn't it take a couple employees to kind of set up certain things aside from just, you know, the evil rabbit girl, to put it simple? And then there's like, I believe there's one ending of the game where they show a lot of people in robes, and then they've mentioned in one of the books that I'd at least heard about through a video, the Cult of Afton. And I was like, well, what if the Cult of Afton were actually hiding amongst the normal employees? Yeah, Vanny, exactly. And yeah, so that, yeah, the Cult of Afton kind of helped set this up. But then there's nobody around at the same time after. So I was like, maybe some got out. They snuck out with other employees. You know. and then maybe some didn't, and they got caught by the animatronics, or something else happened to them. I mean, the Pizzaplex seems pretty dangerous in the game because of the lockdown, so I'm like, yeah. So there's like, yeah, the Cult of Afton kind of helped that. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'll be going into further in the story, which is kind of a bit of a spoiler, but not so much spoiler because I'm not going to say how I'm going to have stuff like that involved yet, or when. You know, because there are still other stories to finish up, so to speak, for other characters. Mm-mm. But, yeah, what else was I gonna say? Yeah. And yeah, that's actually something, Darkest Desires is something I listen to song-wise. I know I've mentioned songs that I listen to for characters. Darkest Desires and, that same artist's, like his big band cover of, one of the FNAF songs, because all I can think is like, yeah, basically, if Glitchtrap, like, existed, he'd be like, I want this famous YouTuber's body to, you know, just be my new vessel for myself. Screw getting, you know, a robotic one. I'm getting this instead. Because he just has that vibe to him, Dwarko. He has that vibe to him. That Glitchtrappy vibe. I don't know what it is. I swear, like... God, I hope somebody doesn't show this to Dwarko, but... that man's... I swear, he's actually Glitchtrap. And he's just like, I'm just gonna play that I'm some British YouTuber... and nobody's gonna notice, and I'll just kind of, you know, have it part of the act that it's just, oh, I'm just joking around. But no, Dwarko is really, really like Glitchtrap in my mind, secretly. Come on, who else would, like, I know he, like, gets terrified of the characters, but what if that's just all an act? Sorry, I had to do the anime badass voice there for it. I don't know why. What is it? Question to folks watching or rewatching this. But, why do all anime characters that they want to make badass somehow have this voice? It's always that one dark, brooding anime character. They always seem to talk like this. But it is a weird question. It's like, why is there almost always one character in an anime who talks that way? And then personally, though, my view of why is because it's just fun to do that voice. So there's always, like, one guy choosing the voices for the characters who's like, I just love this voice. Can we have a character do this? Yeah, when we dub them, we'll have their voice be... How are you doing? Although then if I casted, like, if I did, like, an anime now that I've seen a couple animes over the years, I would totally... Thank you. Yes. Heavy breathing. So many people are fans of the, like... I've noticed that's the other thing. The reason I'm good at the anime badass voice is because so many friends of mine back in the day, because I went to a lot of anime conventions, were so big on you know, like anime characters. So a lot of them were like, that character sounds attractive. So I would fluster some of my convention friends by just coming up and saying things in this voice. Like one of my friends, that's how they knew I was around, is they would just hear, I forget the character's line, but it was some line, and so they'd just hear like the character saying the line instead of hello. Have you accidentally been sitting on your hand or something, or? Only reason my hand dies is when I've like been Minecraft gaming too long because of like the clicking. I get that carpal tunnel. Ugh. Sometimes I hate yet love me and my weird dark sense of humor and mind. Fun fact for you guys. Do you know, there was something called miner's sickness out there back in the day when people used to mine a lot. I'm sorry your hand is feeling bad. But yeah, miner's sickness, that's where I was. Yeah, miner's sickness. Basically, back in the day when there used to be a lot of mining done, kind of miners would just get stuck in, you know, kind of just repetitive action. And so they couldn't stop mining. They would just keep digging and, you know, striking with their pick. And so dark humor, but in one video, one Fallout I played, Fallout 4, because that's where you can name weapons. Or I believe, yeah, Fallout New Vegas, you could name them too. But I ended up making a pickaxe that was really overpowered called Miner's Sickness that had poison effect on it. So it would just make you like, yeah, and it swung really fast too. So it was just, you could dig away for hours. Some of the weird things I've made. And I realized something interesting recently, speaking of Fallout. I made my, well, attempted to. Just, sadly, not that much audience reaction. So I wasn't sure, you know, and the community at the time, I didn't have a big enough community on YouTube. I don't have any good names for sticks. That's what I was saying, that but yeah, I realized that the attempted to make mod that I was gonna make years ago I say now, because it was made 1 year ago. My Fallout mod concept. Which I still kind of want to do one day. So heck, if anybody who's watching this is a Fallout modder in the future, I would love to collab and work together. I had some texture work and some other things done for it. But yeah. Kind of it was a learning process. So it would have taken me away from my work on ASMRs for a long time. Yeah, I hope everybody's doing good tonight. or this afternoon, or as I've said, whatever time it may be where you folks are. Nice, I'm happy to hear that. Ah. Well then. Maybe you should get some sleep. Aw. Well, that's cool. That's actually kind of interesting. It's in a weird way flattering, because some people that I used to watch for YouTubers, I would fall asleep to watching them. So that's kind of flattering in a way. Oh, jeez. That is, yeah, if it's 1 a.m., jeez, no wonder you're tired. Even I feel tired. Hilariously enough, I need to work early hours sometimes for the work, because it's, to be honest with you folks, I love working early. I'm a night owl, but, sometimes it's just a matter of, and well, that's awesome to hear, Rebecca, that you got a good confidence boost. It's always good to get those. Went to bed at 10 in the evening, Spring Jelly, and then like 4 a.m.? Is what you're saying? Oh, dang. I think I've worked about that hour. Let's see, I woke up at, like the worst I've done so far is, oh, the worst I've ever done is like, woke up at 11 a.m. So kind of reasonable, but then I did have to stay up till like 7 a.m. That was for, I forget which ASMR, but one of the bigger story point ones, where like there was a lot of moments in it where I was like, oh my lord, I need to, you know, get like timing for all of these sound effects so everything times up right, so it's not like a character, you know, gets hit and then, you know, goes oof a second later. Because that just doesn't sound right. It's like, did that character just have a delayed reaction for some reason? Old cartoon jokes. Hey, I'm not an actor, but I play one on TV. Oh, it's 9 there? Oh, dang. So it's getting late for people, so yeah. Well, that actually kind of works out, because I'm not going to be streaming for too much longer here, folks, because as I said, no, but I have stayed up 24 hours one time, or more. Oh, hey, Blight. And yeah, it really is horrible having to go to bed at hours like that. Oh yeah. Good. But yeah, so this area, folks, will in the end up being another laboratory. So wait, it's 1 a.m. there, Jelly? Dang. That is early. Although as I've said before on my prior streams, I have no room to judge. Well, I know one thing about my audience. They're as much of night owls as I am, I guess. What? Dang, Jelly. That is early. Oh, so also some side news related to this map. I guess so. I guess yes, a little cracky. Yes. Yeah, so another thing fact-wise about this map for you guys. I will show you the character that this map will be for the video. Which is... because I'll be filming it because I've realized some small, things that won't work on broadcast for the way I want them to work out. So that's what this, like, weird map with kind of a story and stuff going on is. So let's see. Let me pull up the character. Is that the one? No, that is not the one. Or did I not upload him? Oh, there he is. Sorry, I have a couple variants of this. He's got a lot of texture work in him. And he needs his actual background too. Well, his chair, I guess. Not background, but his chair. But, news on this character, because I know I've shown him off before in the streams. He now has a name. And his name is Johnny. Oh, I'm sorry, Spring. I'm sorry, Spring Jelly, that your back is hurting. I hope it feels better soon. Yeah, Jelly? What is the question? Feel free to ask. My back, occasionally, because fun fact for you guys. Oh, personal story. So yeah, story time, I guess. But, story time. So, I got in a car accident years ago. I was in the back seat of a car when I was like at this stoplight near my house where I grew up, And this guy just like, we could hear his brakes. The person who was driving the car, we could hear his brakes like just screeching behind us. And he just was speeding and just smashed into us. Basically, like, the doctors told me they don't know how I wasn't, like, seriously messed up back-wise. But I still got a pretty bad back injury to this day because of it. But I got out better than I could have. And yeah, it definitely hurts. It is, it's not a fun thing, but that's another reason why, like, some things, job-wise, I looked into years ago, I just kind of gave up. So it was like, well, this will mess with my back to the point where I'll be in pain all day doing this or that. And yeah, I'm glad I'm okay too. Definitely. But yeah, so this will be for this character whose name is Johnny, is his name. So this is Johnny, who I will be. If people want, like, feel free to in the chat or just mention stuff like characters or clips. If you have any ideas on kind of a voice sound for this guy. I have some concepts, but I'm not going to reveal them yet. One of them I will at least kind of give a hint that it's going to sound similar to my actual voice. Short Circuit, yes. I believe I've seen Short Circuit, yeah. Oh, dang. But yeah, and this is only, like the main part of the map, as I showed you folks, is back there. But, this is only a portion of what I'll be building for this, craziness. Because, yeah, this'll, yeah. But yeah, I'll be eventually on my Twitter and probably on my, YouTube, community page area, be posting some stuff. Yes, I agree, like, very sus, that whole town. Which I'm oddly pleased. I've done myself good. Like, kind of the first time I saw a comment on my Springtrap video that was like, your Springtrap voice terrified me. I was like, I mean, thank you. I'm happy I terrified you. Like, yeah, that's actually a good thing in that situation, but it's rare that you can normally say, like, thank you. I'm happy I terrified you. Okay, that or if you're a haunted house worker, that's the only other time, because I've known some people from, like, Oregon Scream at the Beach that, have been haunted house workers. My favorite story, though. Oh, another story time moment for you. So, okay, one of my friends worked in one of the haunted houses, and they were supposed to do this, like, fake neck snap thing to one of their friends who was working with them. And one time, though, that person, they needed to pop their neck. And so, when they did fake crack their neck, you actually heard this loud pop crack. And the person, just because it's, they have to do it because it's a part of their job, they fell to the ground like they were playing dead and let their buddy carry them off. But the people just ran out, and apparently, like, right after their boss came to them and were like, you did a great job, but, how did you make their neck pop? And they were like, oh, they just needed to, like, pop their neck, kind of, crack their neck a bit like you see in cartoons. Because you can actually kind of do that. It's not great for you, by the way. Fun fact for folks. But yeah, so they were like, oh yeah. And it made this, like, loud crack pop, like their neck had been broken. And so it just added this creepiness, but they didn't intend to. But yeah, the boss was a little bit worried because they were like, they thought somebody had actually gotten murdered in the ride. Careful about that. All I could think was like, oh, that poor haunted house, like, patron. And yeah, like, popping your fingers, it's that similar sound. I kind of still pop my fingers to this day, so I can't judge. I'm one of those people, I don't like to judge, especially if I do it myself. That gives me even less reason to judge, because I'm like, well, I could judge and give advice about do and don't do this, but I've done that before, so I'd kind of be hypocritical if I'm saying don't do this, whereas I've done it before. Yeah, it's a pretty common thing to pop your fingers. Okay, now this will look a lot better now that there's water of it, because that was, I don't know, me and my weird pickiness, folks, I was kind of bothered by the fact that there wasn't water running over all that. That way it'll feel more like it's underwater when you're in there. But yeah, the lore bits I will be revealing of this character are some of the items that, like, he has in his pockets and things. Because there are some items in his pockets that are very unique, to put it simply. As well as some of them kind of reference some of my old characters, because I wanted to add them to his, like, character backstory for fun. Like, where he got this or that item. No. Now I need to clean that up again. And put those back again. Oh well. Oh, I'm happy to hear that you fixed your back then. Oh, there's another piece. Up, come here. I think that that's it. That is random, though. But, yeah, so this is gonna be a map to kind of help tell his story in a way. Because, Johnny is, I'll give you guys a quick sum up, spoiler free, of Johnny. Johnny is basically, think something like, something that's kind of human. Used to be. But now is not human anymore. Excuse me. Because of something he like created, because he's a genetic scientist. And that's why he looks this way. It's not makeup. This is actually how he looks now. Teeth and all. Although it was not comfortable turning into that. But yeah, the last item that I added recently to his outfit is not really visible normally. Let's see if I can actually give you guys a view of this. Alright, there we go. So I'll give you guys a peek at some of his stuff. So, I mean, it's not great visibility, but there is his ID right there. Well, his old ID, as well as a little booklet. And yeah, all the writing is actually stuff that I either found quotes, but mostly I came up with it. And yeah, he's got a little floppy disk, because the one running joke that I'm going to have with this character, because he's probably going to end up being my horror game character, the one I'm going to play horror games with. But that, yeah, the one joke is, too close to the camera. Apologies, folks, if I just, like, smacked his face into the camera for you folks out there. And now I need to get him stable again. You're watching technical difficulties in motion, I guess. There we go. I'm right side up again. But yeah, so there is lots of little details on his coat. Some of it is actually you know, like a legit, like, makes sense. Some of it absolutely makes no sense, and some of it is conversations between himself was the concept. Like, for example, can you see it? I can see it. So basically, red and black are kind of texts where occasionally it signals that the character is basically talking to himself through writing. As well as there are just all sorts of weird references to different things. So yeah. But yeah, so this is Johnny, and he will be the you know, face of when I play horror games on here, maybe. And maybe some other gaming stuff. But he is also on top of that, concept-wise. Sorry if I'm kind of ing a lot. Just trying to figure out ways to put it that I'm not going to spoil things for people when it finally does come out. But yeah, the other joke is that every game in the weird place that he's trapped on does exist, like new games even, but they're all on floppy disks. Is the joke, and that's why he's got a floppy disk in his pocket. One of his lab coat pockets is because they're all he has for games. FNAF, everything is on floppy disk. But yeah, so let me check what time it is, folks. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hop off kind of soonish here, folks. I know it's cutting the stream a little shorter than usual than I have been, but as I said, I kind of want to relax a little extra this weekend because I have some more work than I usually do have. But that is completely fine, as is life. You know. Adulting. That's fun. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, it gets the bills paid, and I'm happy it was fun for you guys. And yeah, sleep well then, Spring Jelly. I would say get some rest, and I hope you can sleep well, Spring Jelly, because I know how much it sucks having a bad sleep setup or just, not being able to sleep properly. Well, no need to promise. I'm just hoping, But yeah, so that is also a quick introduction for the people, watching back to Johnny. Who, yeah, as I said, if you folks have any suggestions for his voice, oh, and yeah, I will be streaming for a bit longer next weekend. But yeah. Oh, so yeah, eventually keep your eyes out for no need to apologize, Spring. Yeah, keep your eyes out for eventually some videos or pictures related to Johnny here. And his backstory a little properly, because I will probably be posting those on Twitter and on YouTube so that everybody can get a good, introduction to Johnny. But yeah, if anybody also has suggestions of what they think the character's voice should sound like, feel free to, suggest a character voice, type for him. Because I already have some ideas, so, that will be something that may happen. But yeah, well, folks, have a great evening, and I hope you all sleep well. Okay, I hit the wrong button, but I suppose I'll dance my way out, folks. Bye. And cool. And you're welcome. Take care, everyone. Take care.